Good morning guys, thanks for clicking on the channel. It's Monday 21st of August 2023. I worked a 12-hour shift yesterday as I always do on weekends. I got home, I had to do a few bits and bobs at home, and I headed out to the forest about 9:45 last night. I set up in the dark. I walked into the harbour about 35 minutes. I set up in the dark. I've got an envelope basher, show you that in a bit. I just got my gonk bag, my belt kit and my Northern Ireland pack. So what I'm going to do, guys, I didn't do any filming last night obviously. I had all intentions of showing you today the morning routine in the field. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to do my morning routine, run you through it nice and slow before these gnats eat me alive. Then I'm going to bug out. So this video is morning routine in the field. Back soon guys. So we're going to assume that this direction is the direction of the enemy, okay? But in our case, the direction of human traffic. Okay, so we're stealth camping. If you was in the military, you would presume that this was the enemy. So everything you do when you're doing your personal admin, okay, you do facing the enemy, or in a stealth camping situation, facing the paths and things, you know. So everything you do, you face front. You keep low and you keep quiet. So here's my belt kit, and there's front forward. So when I make my brew now on my scran, okay, I'm using my belt kit as a barrier for the flame. You get my gist? Sorted. So guys, still facing forward. I've got my Northern Ireland pack here. We finished with the gonk bag now, so we squared it away. Just in the tight pouch. Easy as that. Keeping vigilant. Squeeze the air out there. So that's squared away. I'm going to boil some water now, right here, with my belt kit as a barrier. Something for you to carry in the field, guys, especially this time of year, is DEET. So the first thing I'm going to do is boil up a ration pack. I'll also use our water for my brew. Then I'm going to boil some more water for my shaving and cleaning, etc. So as I said, I got the belt kit there masking the flame from the front. So I've got all my brew ready to go there. I've got my coffee bag, my sweeteners and my whitener. Got my breakfast on the go there, which is actually pasta bolognese. That makes no difference. So what I do now is I square my brew kit away. This is my wash kit bag. It's a Dutch Army one. Everything I need in there: soap, razor, toothpaste, toothbrush. I've also got good old wet wipes. And when you're cleaning, guys, you start from the top down to the bottom. So you start with red, you go to your armpits, you go to your bollocks, you go to your feet, in that order. Not forgetting the boots at the end. All my rubbish is going into a dry bag. Don't leave any ground evidence, okay? Take all your rubbish with you. So as you can see, guys, that's the reason I've left my parcel up, because I'm doing all my admin there. So that's camouflage. So I've got my other mess tin out now with some cold water in. I'll be taking that off the boil now, using the water for my brew, setting my scoff to one side, and I'll gently heat that just so it's warm, and then I'll start cleaning my body. So there's my scoff, there's my brew. I'm gently warming that there to start scrubbing. So keep everything in dry bags, okay? So in here I've got my boot polish kit and my foot powder. And this one I've got my shemag, and I've used that as a cloth for cleaning. Obviously some parts of your body are more bacteria than others. There is shemag in it. So you use certain corners, I'll show you in a minute. Right guys, so here's my shemag, you've all seen them. So I've got it folded in a triangle, okay? So I'm going to keep one side for my feet in particular, because that's the most places, that's the place this bacteria is going to build up most. Next to bollocks, next to face, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to have a shave, okay? So that's lukewarm water. I've got some soap here. A little bit. Got my razor, disposable. And I just have a rough shave. For you guys with the hair, wash your hair with soap. Obviously don't forget to swill it out. I only got half a face to shave, so it's just that, okay? It just stops bacteria building up, see? So it's just a rough shave. So that's finished with. So I'll get squared away now in my wash kit. So using my soap again. Just a wash. And a swirl. So I'm using one side of the shemag. I know what side it is because it's the wet side. Right, next we come to the armpits. Hold on, right. Next we come to the armpits. Wet wipe. Use one wet wipe per armpit. Give it a good scrub, okay? Into the dry bag. Fresh wet wipe. Good scrub. Into the dry bag. We're going to move down to the bollocks now, okay? I'll try and do it as discreetly as I can, okay? So as you can see guys, I finished with my cooking pot now, okay? My stand, so it gets squared away. Every time you finish with something, you square it away. So when it comes to cleaning the bollocks, okay boys, wet wipes, what you do is, I'm not going to show it on camera obviously, okay? I don't want to copyright. What you do is you undo your trousers and your underwear, you pull them down to your knees, use several wipes, working from the front to the back, okay? So you start with the front, don't forget to get behind your foreskin, give that a good scrub, okay? So that goes in the dry bag. You take a fresh wet wipe and you work around the back. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I don't want to really get struck off on YouTube. So I finished with my mess tins now guys. Straight back in the belt kit. And secure. So everything we use and we finished with using, we square away. So next we're going to move down to the feet. And don't forget guys, when you're doing all this, you're eating your scarf. Very nice too. And you're drinking your brew. And of course you stay vigilant with your eyes and your ears. Yes, we're going to move down to the feet now. And the boots. And the last thing I do guys, because I don't like brushing my teeth before I eat and drink, the last thing I do is take care of my teeth. That's really important, that is. In the field, the last thing you want is to take out your So remember I said about the shemag. So I've got the wet side, which I use for my face. So I'm going to use the opposite side now to clean my feet. I will be using wet wipes to clean them, but I'll make sure they're thoroughly dry before I powder them. And especially important here guys, if it's damp ground, you need to keep your laces dry. So tuck them inside the boots, and the reason for that is you don't want your laces to fail you, so you don't want them rotting. So you do your best to keep your laces dry. I've also got in my pack guys, I've got spare underwear and square socks. Square, what a div. Spare socks and underwear. Obviously this is just a demonstration video, so no need, but I always carry them around me. Even when I'm fishing, I always take spare underwear and spare socks, so they're in the belt kit. So just unlace your boots one at a time obviously. use your belt kit to raise your foot. So put your laces in your boots. Let's move on to cleaning our feet. So again, everything's in the dry bag. This is my foot kit. So inside this dry bag, I got my foot powder in a zip bag. I've got my boot kit. We do that after we've powdered our feet. So when it comes to powdering your feet, guys, I know this is basic, guys, but someone is going to benefit from it. So I got antifungal foot powder. You can use whatever one you want, okay? I had this from B&M, about 89 pence. Great, yeah. So what you do is, obviously, take your sock off. I can't find my wet wipes at the moment. Give me a sec, guys. Let me get my bearings here. There you are. So I said, you keep your foot up on your webbing, okay? You don't have it in there. Same again, guys. One wet wipe per foot. So start at the top. Obviously there's less bacteria at the top of the foot, okay? Then do underneath and sides, and where the most bacteria builds up is in between the toes. So you do them last, okay? That's the last thing you do, because you don't want to be transferring bacteria from your toes anywhere else. And again, in the dry bag, using my shamag, got the dry side, and I thoroughly dry my feet. I don't know if you can see it on. So I'm starting at the top, guys, and I work down to the toes. The toes are always last. So they're completely dry now, okay? Put that there for a minute. So with the foot powder, it's pretty simple. Over the top, in between the toes. Rub it in, like so. Put your sock back on, or your fresh pair. And elevate the foot. Obviously one boot at a time. So we're going to work on the same side of the body. So you take your polish kit. We're not going to buff them up. We're just going to put a waterproof seal on them, okay? So taking your polish, liberal dab. Just give them a good coating. As I say, we're not going to buff them up, we just want a coating on it. Like so. Set that to one side. I'm not going to show you the other foot, guys. Stupid, that isn't it? So there you go. So you're waterproofed again now. On you go. So that's back on, right, guys? And then we work on the other side. Back to you in a minute. Right guys, so I've eaten all my breakfast now and I've drunk my brew, squared it all away. Hair. Now as you know, you can see you're not thick. I'm bald and I got a beard. So if you didn't have a beard, or you did have a beard and you also had hair, always brush it, okay? It's not a vanity thing. It's to get anything out there that might be in there. Any bugs or anything, okay? So always brush your hair. Lastly, teeth. As you can see, I've got a cut down toothbrush. There it is. Don't forget to brush your tongue. I'll come back to that now. So when you spit out your toothpaste, cover it up, okay? You don't want any ground signs. I did the same with the talcum powder. I covered everything up. So I'll get squared away now in my Dutch Army wash bag. So I'll go back in the belt kit. And the next thing we do, guys, we roll the roll mat up what I've been sitting on, and we take the basher down. We stow it in the Northern Ireland pack. And what you would normally do then, you'd stand to, okay? We won't go there. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'll put everything away, put my smock on, and we'll have a chat then. So here's the spare socks and underwear. So put them in a Ziploc bag, okay guys? Keep them nice and dry. Here's something else I need to show you guys. Small trowel, toilet bag. Here's mine. Obviously toilet paper, plenty of, and dustbin bags. What you do is you dig a small hole, which is called a cat hole, squat over, drop your load, and bury it over. And it's important when you do that. This is my harbour, so I'll walk 50 yards out, okay, and it'll be downwind from where I am. I'll do my business, I'll cover it up well, I'll put some branches over the top so it can't be dug up too easy by animals like foxes. That's why I put it in a bag, guys, so it doesn't give off so much scent. And you're away. But do it 50 yards away from harbour, okay? So right, so the last thing to pack away, guys, is a basher. Couldn't be any simpler. Same as we done with our gonk bag. Side pouch, just stuff it all in. Get it in there. This is a Northern Ireland pack, by the way. I'll put a card up. Ample room here, guys. Storm flap. And there it is. That's a modification I made. I put a rocket pocket on a pouch. My sleeping bag's in there, see, I didn't need it last night. Right. So I've sanitised the area, guys. There's nothing left, nothing at all. I got all my rubbish in my belt kit in a dry bag, as you've seen. What you would do normally now in a military situation is you stand to facing a possible enemy. If you stealth camping before you move out, you just stay still, just watching and listening. Ears and eyes, your best weapons, guys. So before I move out, I'm just going to stay here for 10 minutes, as quiet as I can. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope it helps, especially cadets and things. I hope it helps you. It's just something I want to show you as well. It's something I always do after a stealth camp, but I've never put it on film, you know. Obviously I've showed you powdered my feet on film and polished my boots, but I wanted to go through the full routine for you. It only takes about half an hour to do a good thorough job. I'm sorry I couldn't show you my bollocks. Not that you want to see them, guys. We won't go there. Right. Yeah, so I'm just gonna listen now and watch, okay? As soon as I feel safe to move out, I'll go. I came into the harbour that way, so I'll exit that way. Ingress, egress. Got it? Sorted. That's me in, guys. We're safe to move out. As again, thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up, guys, get this channel moving. Comments down below. Try and share the video, because I know it's going to help the younger generation. And if you haven't already, click subscribe. See you on the next one, guys. Out.